Hi guys, it's Shauna. Welcome back to my craft space. Today I am going to start a new journal. I know, start a new journal when I have so many other ones I'm still needing to finish, but this one just keeps screaming at me to get it done, and it's just waiting to come out. So here it is. To most people, this is trash or junk, and I really love the size of this and think it's going to be perfect for my junk journal. I have a whole box of Santa pictures of my childhood and my kids and even our pets, and they all have been living in this little box because I keep sorting them out. So I thought it would be great to make a little journal to put all of these lovely photos in. That's our cat, isn't he cute? And then I even have one of my daughter's little Santa letters, and so I think it's gonna fit just perfect in here. I probably will put it this way and fold it just as a keepsake. So anyways, we're gonna get started on this. Let me just look one more thing. Yeah, that one might be like, might have to trim it down just a little bit. That was me as a little girl. Very old Santa picture, but we will get to going. So I thought this wheat thin box would be perfect, and I'm going to show you how I cut it down. This will be the spine, one of the sides. So we're going to go ahead and let's open up here. So we're going to cut these off. And actually, it's even perforated, so I can just kind of pop them off. But maybe it's easier to just cut them. Usually what I do is I look at the sides of the box and decide which one is going to be the easiest one to cover. And I cut one side off. So we're going to cut the tops and the bottom and one side, leaving us with a nice book to work with. Okay, so I'm going to keep this side, and I'm just going to cut down here. This box is so weird. It has these perforations. I guess I never really noticed that before. So to start your junk journal, you can really use anything that you have or you have laying around or can find. I sometimes use chipboard, but in the spirit of a true junk journal, I am taking something that would normally be junk or garbage, and I'm going to use it for a journal. Eek, getting a little hard to cut. You can use like a razor blade or a little knife. And since it has all these perforations, which is so weird, can almost just pop it apart. Okay. These all done. So I feel like this is going to be a really good size for a journal. I want to do 3 signatures. This is my plan. 3 signatures and this nice spine here. So first things first, we'll get this all cut apart, and then we'll start with the gesso. Now the gesso just gives a good layer. It's kind of like priming your paint. Helps to let your medium stick to it and whatnot. Okay, so you can keep these and use them for tags or whatever you want to do. I generally keep the bigger ones and toss these littler ones. Just depends on what you have handy and what kind of things you like to save. Okay, so I don't worry too much about the edges being totally straight or smooth because I'm going to cover them. I just try to get them kind of smooth. Yeah, cut off any jaggedy edges, ones that are hanging. But yeah, I know some people when they do this, they use two, so they'll double it up, meaning two boxes glued together just to make it thicker. I've got a bunch of plans for the layering on this, so we're just gonna make it work. I'm gonna cut off this little straggly piece right here. And all right here. All right, I think that's good. So my plan is to gesso the whole thing, and I like that it lays flat like this because that will make it easier to cover. And so once I've got this side all gessoed, then I will gesso the inside as well. So let's get to it. Okay, so while I've got this mostly dried, I'm going to go ahead and take some tissue paper that is holiday and just Mod Podge it on this whole thing. And when I do that, I don't want it to be too tight because I want to be able to still bend everything. So I might just cut right along this crease because I think that's going to be about right. Let's see. Now this is just regular old gift wrapping tissue paper. You can use napkins or paper or paint or ink or whatever you have. This I saved from some holiday gift wrapping that we were doing. Look, now I cut it a little bit too short. Okay, let's try one more time. And this box is soaking up a lot of the liquid from the gesso pretty well. So it feels a little floppy, but once we start putting some paper and some other things inside, it will stiffen up quite a bit, I think. All right, that's a little better. Cut this right about here. Now I don't need to worry about being like straight cuts or anything because you're really not going to see it. It's just going to be in the background. I'm going to ink over the edges anyways. And hopefully we'll just have this lovely Christmas words here in the background. That was all I was going for. And along the edges I'm going to have trim and all kinds of great things in the works. So let's get this glued on and then we'll move on to our next step. All right, so we got this wheat thin box all dried. The tissue paper is all dried on there. Got a few crinklies, but I don't really care so much about that because we're gonna put some layers and other great stuff. It was just a background. What I've got right now is some Versamagic red brick chalk ink. And I'm just going to give a little color to the sides, the trim, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is the cover. I've got this really great paper. Show you in a second here. All right, so the cool thing about working on it right now as far as the cover and the inside cover goes is you can lay it flat like this. One thing to note is if you have it flat like this, a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper just about fits, but I wouldn't really want to do this because we need to leave room for our spine, and otherwise your paper is going to tear, and that won't be very fun. So I'm going to collage. This paper was in one of my die cuts with the View Christmas stacks, and I just thought it was really great. It already is sort of collaged, but I'm going to tear it and glue it onto the spots that I want it to go. I'm just going to use some Elmer's school glue. You could use whatever glue to collage that you prefer. When I'm collaging, I like to use a paintbrush. So I'm gonna pour some of this glue here in a little tray. And you can water it down, make it a little thinner. I was so excited today. I was at Joann's and they were having 75% off all of their holiday stuff, and I found these charms, and I thought this one would be a really great one to put on the dangle of this book here. So that's going to be really fun. I also received my Secret Santa stuff and got some really cute little stuff to add to this book, so that's going to be really fun. Okay, so I guess first things first, let's just start tearing. I think I want this part up here. I got this cute little thing, ornament in my Secret Santa stuff, and I think I'm going to put it right on the front cover of this. Ornaments are a really great addition for junk journal covers. Just gonna tear this down here. Okay, so I'm going to use more of that, but I want to tear these ones separate. I'm going to ink these with the Versamagic ink that I was just showing you in the red brick, but I'm also going to use some tea leaves on the spot that will be like green and maybe even some gold. So I think this outside edge I'm going to leave flat so that it's just like that. Flush to the edge, and then when I put some trims and stuff on, it'll be perfect. This one I'm gonna ink with the red, and I'm just gonna rub it right into the edge of the torn edge of the paper. I use a lot of different inks, and this chalk ink has always been one of my favorites. I discovered chalk inks when I was taking some quick quotes classes, and they have their own inks that are powder puff chalk inks, but Versamagic was a brand I used to carry in my store, and I just really loved their products. Okay. Then I think this one with the Christmas tree, I'm going to ink with green and see where we're at here. So that's going to be at the edge. I think I want something else to go flush under there, so maybe I'll tear a different piece. And then I think I'm going to let this piece overlap down here. I wanted to see the Christmas tree, so maybe I'll just pile it up on that one. All right, so let's glue this one on. And I think I'm gonna go around the edge with some red ink here just so I can see where the edges are. And it might smudge a little bit when I put some of the glue on, but I'm okay with that. Again, some of these edges I may wind up cutting or covering with lace trims or fabric or something. I don't know yet. We'll see. So this wheat thins box is still a little flimsy and floppy, but I think it will firm up once we get some more of the papers on it. You can also double them up. So if you had 2 boxes or extra cardboard, you could layer it on there, and that would help with some stability, but I think it's going to turn out okay. So I'm just going to keep going with it. This is a pretty great time to work on Christmas theme because everything at the stores right now is all on sale. I've seen anywhere from 50 to 80% off so far, so I don't mind working after the season on whatever theme, but if you're following along at home, you could do any theme you want using like a wheat thins box or some other box. In one of my videos, I showed a noodle box I was so excited for, and I've got that sitting right here. I'll show it to you. I haven't finished the cover yet, but I did just put some gesso on it, and I'm liking how it's turning out, so I think that one's going to be fun. Okay, so quick peek at my other journal real quick. So this was a noodle box, and you can kind of see it. I've just gessoed it here. What I really thought was cool about it was this window. So, and I've got 3 signatures sewn in with a pamphlet stitch. I did put some cardstock down there, and that's what's kind of hanging off here, but I've got some trim that I'm going to glue on once I figure out what I'm doing here. And then there's all kinds of different papers in here. This was the one I was painting in, so I've still got some little towels so things could dry. Envelopes, doilies, all kinds of pretty papers, folds, fun stuff. So you can see the inside is literally just a packaging box. So when you're buying things, look for cool packaging to save and not throw away. Okay, I wanted to do that Christmas tree. So I thought this would be really cute, kind of added in here. I think I'm gonna tear right along here. And so even though this page is already collaged, there is no harm in taking it apart and using it however you see fit. So I don't let things like that hold me back. You can do with them whatever you want to do. I think I'm gonna while this is still wet, we can add this back in the background. And then you can apply the glue onto the paper or onto the surface itself. I sometimes will do a little bit of both. It's a lot of really good adherence. And I did not ink this one. I was going to. Let's see. Just add it right on here. I wanted this one to kind of come to the edge, and then this will just overlap there, and then I want Christmas tree, maybe right there. And there was a Santa. I wanted to try to put him, but maybe I'll put him on the back. Just because he's already right there. There's a little Santa. Maybe I'll peek him in down here. Like right there. Okay. So this one will tear apart. And it's that Christmas tree, so I'm gonna do this one in some green. I'm trying to work a little quickly in case if I want to lift up some of these papers I've already adhered down, just for better collaging and layering. Okay. I really liked this pattern paper because I feel like it's going to be a really nice neutral to go with the theme here. And then when I put some decorations on, it won't get too overly decorated, which is really easy to do with all of the Christmas stuff. This one right down here. And when I put that ink there, that kind of highlights the fold a little bit, so that's nice. Thought I was gonna have enough glue. Need to pour some more, I guess. Okay, so that piece is not actually there. We'll sneak in this little Santa right here. And we'll put this red. Didn't actually wind up using any of the gold. I guess I still could. Sorry. Add some more glue here since we're gonna need some for the back anyways. Okay. Add this cute little Santa. I think we'll put him right here. this other side. I think I want to be able to fit this Christmas right there, but I want to get this Santa too. So I think I might just rip him apart here. I really like this little Merry Christmas with the sleigh, and it's like a little Santa letter. So I want to use that. I don't know if it'll be on the cover or inside. Either way, we'll get it ripped out there. Okay, so that's just about the right size. I think we'll go ahead and just put it down. And then this Santa, maybe I'll just layer over the top. So maybe this piece I will ink with the green. Since that has these holly leaves on there. Some paint down, or some glue down rather, not paint. I could just squeeze it right onto the box and spread it around here if I wanted to, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I do it this way. More glue. All right, we'll do this one in red, put them at the bottom. You can tear out all of your pieces and kind of lay them there and see how you like them layered before you glue them. I usually just kind of go for it, see how it turns out. My theory is, if you don't like it, you can always layer over it. It's just paper. Okay, so I've got this other piece. I think I'm going to use it inside because it looks like a little Christmas letter. These pieces, though, I wanted to figure out how to work them in up here, and I might do, let's see, let's take them apart. I think I might cover that up there and put Christmas, and then this one, really, it's just the wording I'm trying to fit in, but I do also want to cover the back here, so I can always just put it in this way. Sometimes tearing it apart really helps make a nice fit. And I had another piece over here. I could fit this there. One on the bottom. Something like that, I think. Okay, so let's put this one down here. I think, where did that glue go? I'm just gonna squirt some glue and spread it around with the paintbrush. We'll try that. And let's see, I'll do this one with green. So collaging is a really fun way to work on the covers of junk journals. I love the look that it gets. I love doing all of the layers. And it's also a really good way to use up some of the papers. You might have some scraps hanging around. Really good way to fit some things in. You could go in and add some paint, like splatter some paint, or do some stamping or some embossing over this. And I still might do that. I don't know yet. Okay, maybe we'll do these two Christmas ones with red. Get some contrasting color going here. Let's see, does this fit? All right, I'll do this one in green. Now the spine I haven't put anything on because I've got to put my signatures in there. And then once I've got the signatures in there, I think I'm going to cover it with some holiday fabric. So no need to even worry about that. You can cover them with paper, just like these. You can paint them. You can do whatever you like. Make sure we get some good coverage with this glue. Actually, except for over here, I want to put this piece in there. Get kind of close to the edge. There we go. All right, so fill in some of these. And I don't care so much if I get glue over the top of the designs because it'll, once you brush it all in, it just will seal it in. Kind of like a Mod Podge would. Dries clear, so we're all good. Alright, so I think I have enough footage to put out this video making this junk journal cover, and I'll do a series with this journal as well, so stay tuned for that. And if you like what you're seeing so far, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up with a paintbrush. Thumbs up, that's great. And like it and share it, that really helps out. Leave some comments down below if you're making a journal and what theme you're working on. So this is still really wet, but this is what it's going to look like so far. I think it's going to turn out really great, and we'll just keep working along and hopefully get some photos in this one once we're all done. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys had a happy Christmas and New Year, and I'll see you guys in the next video.